Hello, everybody. This is a short story I wrote in high school called The Boy in His Dream by Raymond Brown. I hope you like it. A Boy in His Dream by Raymond Brown. This is the story of Ryan McKnight. All his life, Ryan dreamed of becoming a country singer, but some of his family told him that he was wasting his time and should focus on a career that would help him get settled in life. Ryan knew that he did not want to do the things his parents wanted him to. But he went to school every day and tried to focus on these things. During this time, Ryan wanted to learn how to play the guitar. So every night before he went to bed, he would take out the old guitar his grandmother bought him and practice the country music, trying to play all the great songs he had heard and loved. One day, Ryan heard that his favorite country singer was coming to town. Well, Ryan just had to see him, no matter how hard it was going to be. For the next 6 weeks, he would work, put every penny he had in his savings account, and put it away until a big day, the day he would meet Mr. George Strait and get to talk to him in person. 6 weeks had passed, and it was a big day. It was the day that Ryan would meet George. By this time, Ryan was so excited and thankful to God for giving him this chance. After the concert, Ryan decided it was time to go backstage to meet his idol, Mr. George Strait. "I'm your number one fan," Ryan said. "I really wanted to learn your style of singing and playing the guitar. I really try to practice every night. I'm trying to write a song. I hopefully get it published. You can give me some pointers to help me get started." "Sure. All I can tell you is that if you really believe in yourself and do the things you love to do, only then will you succeed in life." Ryan had sat with his idol for 3 or 4 hours, learning some of the ways to practice guitar and learning how to play some new songs. It was almost time for him to go, and Ryan wanted to tell him about his song. Ryan told George about his songs. He asked him to stay and let him hear what he had so far. Filled with joy, Ryan gladly accepted. "Wow," he thought. "I can't believe that you want to hear me sing my song." Ryan picked up his guitar, strung it around his neck, and sang from the bottom of his heart. The song was called "Light of My Life," and Ryan sang it beautifully, that it brought both tears to his, and George's began to have tears too. "Wow, George," said, "where did you learn how to sing like that? And what made you decide to write this song?" "I never learned at any place to sing. It just came to me naturally. I guess I wrote this song for my girlfriend, who I love with all my heart. She had always been there for me when I needed somebody to talk to. That's why I picked the title, Light of My Life, I guess. I almost lost her because I took our love for granted," he said. "What did you mean about you almost lost her?" George asked. "I kind of lied to her and went to see old friends who was about to move. And it was going to be the last time I would see them. Not even thinking about her feelings. So when I finally told her, it really hurt her. And I told her I thought I had lost her." "So what happened?" he asked. Ryan told her that they talked for a while. Each other had their feelings, and they were back together. Once again, they were truly in love. After Ryan left the concert, he finally talked to George. He felt so great about himself. Right then, he felt like he was on top of the world. Wow, he thought. I just spent the best part of my life with my idol. I will remember the day for the rest of my life, he said to himself. 2 days had passed now, and Ryan was really focusing on the music. He was practicing every day for hours at end. He had finally focused and found his calling, and it was to sing country music. Ryan was so confident of becoming a singer that he formed a band. He knew this was the first step to a dream, and a dream was finally becoming reality. His band was made up of a bass player, a drummer, a guitarist, and 2 violinists. And there was Ryan, the heart of the band. He was the one that would lead the vocals and guitarist. He knew he wanted to be what he wanted to be. Ryan told his members that if they stuck with him, he would make them famous beyond belief. He promised them that they would be the greatest country band in the world. 2 years later, Ryan and his band, they were in their prime. He was close to getting a record deal and knew it. It's becoming a true reality. I'm going to be a singer, and I will be the best, he said. The next day, Ryan and his band were playing a very popular club in Tennessee called the Blue Lagoon. Everyone was excited to hear them. They went nuts. Little did they know, the president of the biggest record company in the business was in the audience. He had heard about him and his band and decided he should see them before anyone else did. Later that night, after all the people had left, Ryan noticed one man sitting in the audience. When Ryan asked if he could help him, the man spoke. I saw your performance, the man said, in a big but nice voice. Allow me to introduce myself, he said. My name is Michael Peterson. I am the head of RCA Records, and I want to sign you to a contract. Excited, Ryan and his band said yes to his offer. Ryan and Mr. Peterson shook hands, and they began recording the next day. Soon after they finished, the record it was released. It didn't take long after it was released. It went to the top of the charts. The song, Light of My Life. The band members were so happy. They were number one. They remembered Ryan's promise and thanked him for believing in them and telling them that they would be famous. Five years had passed, and Ryan's still making his songs. Every time he recorded that, he thought it was time to play his hometown. Everyone agreed with him. The next day, they left for Montreal and were ready to put on a free show for them. It was time to perform. Ryan remembered all the people who told him he wouldn't make it and should stop dreaming. He couldn't help notice all of them were in the audience listening to the music. When he looked into the audience, Ryan couldn't help noticing a boy from the rest of the crowd. The boy had the same look in his eye Ryan had when he was that age. And it made him remember the time he spent with George Strait, and how his influences helped him become what he was today. At the concert, Ryan noticed the boy was still there, watching him practice his guitar. Ryan asked the boy what his name was. He replied, "It's Raymond, sir. I am your #1 fan. I want to become a country singer just like you." Ryan smiled and sat with him. The boy telling him his dream and how he became a singer. Talking to Ryan, remembered his conversation with George and told him, "I will tell you what my idol said to me so many years ago when I was your age," Ryan said. He told the boy that if you follow your dreams and never give up, you will be the best you can ever be. Even if people say stop chasing dreams and grow up. Ryan and the boy had sat for hours and talked about music and different things. Ryan even showed him some of his songs and how to play them on the guitar. The boy's eyes lit up with desire. Learning those songs that Ryan asked him if he had a guitar of his own. When the boy said no, Ryan took out his old guitar, the one that he had practiced for so many times as a child, and told Raymond to have it and never stop pursuing his dream. Raymond went home and never forgot the day he took. He too later became a country singer, and now singing with Ryan on the road, and is doing very good. I think that if it wasn't for that day, he would never have been able to follow his dreams without encouragement of Ryan McKnight. So you see, if you believe in your heart that you can pursue your dreams, anything can happen. Well, I gotta continue this story. This was in high school that I wrote this song. So I hope you guys like this story, and I'll try to keep more coming. My name is Raymond Michael Brown. Enjoy.